Hey lovelies! So first, thank you again for all the replies, the messages and honest reflection after video 1. If you haven't watched it, no worries, you'll still get loads out of this. But here's the gist. I introduced something called the drama triangle. That loop of overdoing, snapping, blaming, then feeling like crap and starting all over again. And I invited you to recognize what part you tend to play in it. Is it the victim? I'm always doing everything alone. The rescuer? Let me fix this. Let me take on everybody else's workload. The persecutor. Everyone is useless and no one understands me. But also how this cycle keeps us stuck, never taking responsibilities for our feelings and staying in a problem-focused mindset. And often what we do is that we innocently create that pain for ourselves, that feeling of being unappreciated and undervalued. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to step out of that drama triangle for good. If we haven't met, I'm Charlotte Melky. I'm a cognitive hypnotherapist, coach, and neuroscientist by training. I've spent over 1,000 hours helping women rewire the way they relate to their thoughts, feelings, and responsibilities so they can stop spinning and start actually living. Here is the thing. That feeling of being unappreciated, that's not just life being hard. Sometimes it's your inner critic running wild. It's an old story about being unworthy or not good enough that we need to let go of. And sometimes it's a real misalignment, a partner, a job, a pattern that just isn't working. But when you're in the drama triangle, you cannot tell the difference. And if you can't tell the difference between boundaries that need to be set and overcritical, over-analytical thinking, how are you meant to move forward, to go after your goals in a way that's efficient and enjoyable? You can't. You're stuck, reacting, not choosing. So, how do we get out of this? How do we finally know what we want to focus our time, our energy on, and what we can let go of because it just doesn't serve us? This is where I introduce you to the empowerment dynamic, the flip side of the drama triangle. Instead of victim, why is this happening to me? You shift to creator. What do I want now? Rescuer, I have to fix this, moves into coach. How can I support without over-functioning? Persecutor, it's all their fault. You become the challenger. What is this here to teach me? You move from problem to possibility, from panic to perspective, from I'm stuck to I have options. I will share something with you that happened recently that might help you understand how useful this is. Someone in my family made a comment about my behavior with my daughter. The initial reaction I had was outrage and frustration. How dare they? That was my victim/persecutor mindset. Poor me, but also it's their fault. Then I moved fully into victim. I'm a bad mom. So then when I asked myself, how would I see this if I didn't blame anyone for this? What if this wasn't about me? I suddenly saw the situation for what it was. Someone felt insecure in themselves and projected that insecurity, sending me that message. It had nothing to do with me and everything to do with how much in pain that person was, which made me feel compassionate rather than angry. And I moved from victim to creator. Then I asked, what is this here to teach me? And what came out was that I wanted to spend more quality time with my daughter. There was a small part of me that agreed with the comment that was made, which is why it hurt so much. And I could learn from that, but it was impossible for me to see that as long as there was blame involved. Because when there is blame, there is no solution, just problems. And so from there, I could start making plans to action that learning about my parenting without feeling bad about it, without overcompensating the guilt, just a real sustainable change that felt right and in line with what I wanted. What I mean to show you with this example is that entering the drama triangle is okay. It's even inevitable. This is how you know where your boundaries are when you feel triggered. From there, you have a choice. You can keep up with the blame game and stay in the triangle, forever spinning, forever suffering, or you look at the situation without blame and start looking for solutions. Solutions can mean different things. It can mean set a boundary with someone, taking some sort of action and making changes in your life, but it can also mean learning to let go. Not everything that triggers you is worth attending to. Sometimes we're also better off letting go so we can focus on more important things. If it all seems a bit daunting at first, don't worry, it's perfectly normal because taking responsibility for our feelings can be scary. But the payoff is freedom. Freedom from the overthinking. Freedom for other people's behaviors and reaction from our own negative talk. If you need to remember one thing, here it is. When you find yourself going into that drama triangle, ask yourself this: what would I do or say next if there was no one to blame for this? Not me, not them, not the world. If it wasn't about me, how would I see the situation differently? When we remove the judgment or blame, we start seeing the situation for what it is, not for what our insecurities make us see it. I know this all sounds great, but there's the trap almost everyone falls into when they start to get an understanding of the drama triangle. Something that keeps drawing them back into it, even when they know how to get out of it. And that's what I'm going to show you in the next video. In the meantime, I want to know, what is the thing that tends to send you straight into that drama triangle? And if you could consider this without blaming anyone, how would you see the situation differently? And what would you do to make it better? Let me know in the comments or email me privately. I cannot wait to read you. I'll send you lots of love and I look forward for our next video.